What's up everybody, David the Pro Solo Flipper. Today I'm going to give you a video showing you my top 10 sales for January of this year. So January just ended, I wrapped it up. I sold about 500 things total. I'm going to give you the top 10 individual sales with the most profit, starting at number 10 and working my way up to the top most profitable item. This will be a nice little video to kind of show you like what kind of things I'm picking up, what's actually selling for me. I'll talk about where I got them, and I'll go over the numbers of how much I paid for them, how much they sold for, and then how much shipping and fees was, and last, what the individual profit was for each of those items. So let's just delve right into it. So number 10 was this rear view mirror. I picked this up at the local auction. I paid $23 for it. It sold for $110 shipped. The fee on that was $15.29, and shipping on that was $12.48 for a profit of $59.22. So I've got my notes here because I can't remember all these numbers in my head, so I'll be referring to them throughout this video. But that was number 10. Like I said, paid 23, sold for 110. My actual profit for that after buying it and fees and shipping was $59.22. So next, number 9 was this pair of Klim snowmobile pants. So if you don't know about the brand Klim, it's really popular, probably one of the top brands for people who snowmobile, and also they make adventure gear for like people who ride motorbikes, dirt bikes, and stuff like that. I believe that they're based out of Idaho. I don't know if they're still headquartered here or not, but anyway, great brand, super expensive, and great to find in the wild if you can. So I found these at the thrift store. I paid up for them. I paid almost $40 for them. They sold within a couple weeks for $138 shipped. The fee on that was $22.91, and shipping was $13.81 for a profit of $61.27. Next, number 8 is Alpinestars motocross boots. I pick these kind of types of boots up regularly, just make sure that all the buckles are functioning and there's no big holes or anything like that. They need to be in decent shape. Don't expect them to be super clean because they ride around in dirt all the time and through the mud and stuff, and they're kind of hard to get super clean. So I usually just wipe them down the best I can and make sure everything's functioning. Anyways, I paid $14 for these at the thrift store. I sold them for $120 shipped. They are kind of heavy and bulky, but I just put them in a big box. I have like a 16 by 12 by 10 box. Shipping on that was $21.68. Fees on that was $13.90 for a profit of $70.41. Number 7, Carhartt coveralls. I'm sure most people are aware that do thrifting or other types of sourcing, that Carhartt can be a great brand. It's not as good as it was maybe a couple years ago, but it is still good if you get the heavier duty stuff or the vintage stuff. That's a lot tougher and thicker. Anyways, I bought these coveralls at the thrift store for $18 and sold them for $135 shipped. Fees on this were $21.64. Shipping was $20.56, and for a profit of $74.79. Not too bad. All right, next was this Fox bag. I actually wasn't sure if I should pick this up or not, but I looked up comps and there was only a couple and they looked pretty good. But I picked this up at the thrift store for $15. I think it was $17.50. I had like a 20% off coupon, and then after taxes came to about $15 or so. Anyway, it sold fairly quickly, like within a week or two, for $140 shipped. It was kind of big and bulky, so shipping was $26.61, and fees on that were $15.95. But the total profit on that was $82.43. Great profit. Number 5 are these White's boots. Work boots tend to do pretty well for me, depending on the brand. White's boots is one of the best brands that I've picked up. I paid up for these two at the thrift store. I paid $35 with shipping, or with taxes, about $37. Sold them for $170. Only took a couple weeks to sell them. Fee on that was $26.80. Shipping, these must have been going pretty close because the shipping was only $9.74. So basically for me in Idaho, anything on the western half of the United States isn't too bad. Anything towards the east half or down south, it gets to be more expensive for me. So anyway, paid $37, sold for $170. Fees and shipping were around $38. Profit was $96.45. That's a great profit for one item. All right, number 4. Only a few more here left to go. So number 4 is these lockout hubs. I bought them at the local auction. I paid $30 for them. I sold them for $165. I think they took about a month to sell. The fee on that was $23.99, and shipping was $9.74 for a total profit of $101.26. That's great profit, over $100 on one item. All right, number 3, are these cool, really cool, I think they're from World War II, bomber pants. They're like leather, fleece lined, and they're for like a pilot or whatever. I paid kind of up. Well, this one was a unique situation. I bought them at the auction where it was in a lot, and the lot also included another leather jacket and a jersey, which is kind of a weird combination. But I paid $60 for the whole lot. I attributed 40 of it to these pants. I already sold the leather jacket and the jersey. I think the jacket went for around 45, 50 bucks, and the jersey went for around 25 or $30. But anyways, so we'll just say I paid $40 for these pants. They sold for $215 within a few weeks. The fee on that was $34.58. Shipping was $22.02. And then profit on that was $118.39. All right, number 2 is this Pendleton blanket. I think most people know about Pendleton, a great brand. It's a Pendleton wool blanket with kind of a unique design on it, at least one that I hadn't seen before. I bought this at an auction. I paid $65 for it, and it sold for $268 within less than a month too. The fee on that was $36.48. Shipping $22.83 for a total profit of $143.68. Now we're talking, right? All right, that leads us not to last but not least, another military item is this bomber jacket. I paid $14 for it at the thrift store. It was like $12.99 plus tax. I feel like they underpriced it for sure. It sold for $212 within, I think, less than 2 weeks. Fee on that was $21.74. Shipping $13.54 for a total profit of $162.71. So what a great profit off of one single item. That being said, like I said, I sold about 500 items this month for the month of January. Not very high for me. I've been as high as 800 in the past when I was selling more liquidation, but things have slowed down for me. Anyway, I've sold about 500. If you guys are interested, I might do a video about my whole month of January total, like how much I sold, how much all my expenses were, how much I spent in sourcing, and kind of let you guys know like my actual take home for January of this year. If you're interested, let me know. But hopefully this video is helpful, kind of give you an idea of what things I look for, or what is actually selling or sells for good profit, if you can find it, and then kind of give you an idea of what fees are associated with each sale. So if you guys have any questions or comments, just let me know. I read all your comments. If you have questions, I'll try to answer them. Please like and subscribe. It motivates me to keep doing these videos. And we'll see what we can bring up with the next one. But thanks for watching. I appreciate your time, guys.